Some animal facts sound so strange, they feel completely made up. Wombats do cube-shaped poo. Axolotls can regrow body parts. A tiny shrimp can punch so fast it creates light. And some frogs can freeze solid, then come back to life. But every fact in this video is real. Today, we're looking at 7 incredible animal facts that sound fake, but are actually 100% true. Let's get into it. When you think of strange animal facts, this one has to be near the top. Wombats do cube-shaped poo. Yes, really. Most animals produce round or messy droppings, but wombats are famous for leaving behind small cube-like pieces. And the reason is actually surprisingly clever. Wombats use their droppings to mark their territory. They often place them on rocks, logs, and raised areas so other wombats know they have been there. But if the poo was round, it could easily roll away. Because it is shaped more like a cube, it stays in place much better. For a long time, scientists were confused about how an animal could produce something so square. The answer seems to come from the wombat's unusual intestines. Different parts of the intestine stretch and contract at different rates, slowly shaping the waste as it moves through the body. So this isn't just a weird random fact. It actually helps wombats survive and communicate in the world. A cube-shaped poo might sound fake, but for wombats, it is completely normal. Some animals are strange because of how they look, but axolotls are strange because of what they can do. Axolotls are unusual amphibians that look like they are smiling, with feathery gills on the sides of their heads. But their most unbelievable ability is regeneration. If an axolotl loses a leg, it can grow it back. Not just a rough replacement. A fully working limb, with bones, muscles, nerves, and skin. And it doesn't stop there. Axolotls can also repair parts of their tail, spinal cord, heart, and even parts of their brain. Most animals heal by forming scars, but axolotls seem to rebuild damaged body parts in a far more complete way. Scientists are extremely interested in them because understanding how they regenerate could one day help with human medicine. What makes this even more amazing that axolotls keep many young features throughout their entire lives. They stay aquatic, keep their external gills, and never fully transform any other amphibians do. So while they may look cute and harmless, they are one of the most incredible animals on Earth. A creature that can regrow lost body parts sounds like science fiction, but for the axolotl, it is real life. When people think of the fastest animals on Earth, they often imagine cheetahs sprinting across the land. But the fastest animal in the world is actually a bird. The peregrine falcon. In level flight, peregrine falcons are already incredibly quick. But their real speed comes when they dive. When hunting, a peregrine falcon climbs high into the sky, locks onto its target, and then drops into a steep, powerful dive called a stoop. During this dive, it can reach speeds of over 200 miles per hour. That is faster than many Formula 1 cars at top speed. Imagine looking up and seeing a bird falling from the sky faster than a racing car on a track. Its body is perfectly built for speed. It has pointed wings, strong muscles, sharp eyesight, and a streamlined shape that helps it cut through the air. At that speed, even tiny movements matter. The falcon uses incredible control to steer, slow down, and strike its prey with amazing accuracy. So while a cheetah may be the fastest animal on land, the peregrine falcon is a true speed champion of the animal kingdom. A bird faster than a Formula 1 car sounds fake, but it is completely real. Some animals are dangerous because they have sharp teeth. Others are dangerous because they have claws, venom, or speed. But the mantis shrimp has something completely different. It has one of the fastest punches in the animal kingdom. This tiny sea creature can strike with its club-like arms so quickly that the movement is almost as fast as sea. Its punch can reach speeds of around 50 miles per hour underwater. That might not sound impossible at first, until you remember it is happening through water, which creates a huge amount of resistance. The punch is so powerful that it doesn't just hit its target. It also creates tiny bubbles in the water. These bubbles collapse almost instantly, producing shock waves, heat, and even a tiny flash of light. This effect is called cavitation. So in a way, the mantis shrimp punches so fast that it briefly creates light. Its strike is strong enough to crack shells, break through prey, and even damage aquarium glass. For such a small animal, that is unbelievable. It looks colorful and almost harmless, but hidden inside those bright colors is one of nature's most explosive weapons. A shrimp that punches so fast it creates light. Sounds fake, but it is completely real. When people think of cows, they often imagine them simply standing in fields, eating grass, and moving around in herds. But cows are much more social than many people realize. In fact, cows can form close friendships. They don't just randomly stand next to any other cow. They often choose preferred companions and spend more time with certain cows than others. Some studies have shown that when cows are separated from their favorite companions, they can become more stressed. Their heart rate can rise, and they may show signs of discomfort. But when they are reunited with a familiar friend, they often become calmer again. That means cows are not just following the herd without thought. They can recognize individuals, build bonds, and feel more secure around animals they trust. This makes them far more emotional and social than they might seem at first glance. It also shows that animal friendships are not only found in pets like dogs and cats. They can exist in farm animals too. So the idea that cows have best friends might sound funny, but it is based on real animal behavior. For cows, friendship can actually make life less stressful. Some animals are famous because they are big, fast, or dangerous. But one of the toughest animals on Earth is almost too small to see. The tardigrade, also known as the water bear. Tardigrades are tiny microscopic creatures that live in places like moss, soil, water, and damp environments. At first, they don't look very powerful. They look like tiny, slow-moving creatures with little legs, but they can survive conditions that would kill almost anything else. Tardigrades can survive extreme heat, freezing cold, crushing pressure, intense radiation, and even the vacuum of space. They do this by entering a special survival state. When conditions become too harsh, they curl up, dry out, and almost completely shut down their bodies. In this state, called a ton, they can survive without food or water for years. Then, when water returns and conditions improve, they can come back to life and start moving again. Scientists have even sent tardigrades into space, where some survive direct exposure to the harsh conditions outside Earth's atmosphere. That means one of the smallest animals on Earth is also one of the hardest to kill. A tiny creature that can survive in space sounds like science fiction, but tardigrades are very real. Some animals survive winter by hiding away. Others migrate to warmer places. But some frogs do something that sounds almost impossible. They freeze, and then come back to life. One of the best examples is the wood frog. When temperatures drop, parts of its body can actually freeze. Ice forms around its organs. Its breathing can stop. Its heart can stop beating. And for a while, It looks like the frog is no longer alive. But inside its body, something incredible is happening. The frog produces special chemicals, including glucose, which help protect its cells from damage. These natural antifreeze-like substances stop the inside of the cells from freezing completely. So even though the frog looks frozen on the outside, the most important parts of its body are protected. Then, when warmer weather returns, the frog begins to thaw. Its heart starts beating again. Its breathing returns. And eventually, it hops away as if nothing happened. This ability helps wood frogs survive freezing winters in places where many animals would not make it. A frog freezing solid and coming back to life sounds like science fiction. But in nature, it is completely real.